Champions League, Harry. We've got Benfica versus Borussia Dortmund. Benfica finished second in Group B, and you've got Dortmund at the minute who's sat fourth in the Bundesliga. Which way do you see it going? Is it a clash of stars?
It's a tough game, Pete. You know, the Portuguese teams at home are very, Benfica at home are always dangerous. You know, they can produce them, and you know, all that, say Porto, Sporting, have always been difficult teams to go and play against away in Portugal. Don't travel so well. Dortmund strong, you know, not going quite so great this year in the Bundesliga, but it's a tough game to call again. It's as a betting proposition, you'll be whoever you bet. I don't think it's a game you bet with any real confidence. And I'm not sitting on the fence again, but if I had to have a bet, I think I'd probably go for the draw. I think that, you know, Borussia will be quite happy going there and picking up a draw, and you know, they'd be strong. You know, if I'm putting my money down, I'm going with a draw.
Cracking game in prospect, this one. A bit of a Galactico meeting. You've got PSG versus Barcelona. That looks a bit good, doesn't it?
Great game, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Barcelona with that forward line, you know, you can never bet against them. PSG, you know, massive club in France, and strong, good players. You know, spent fortunes in the last few years on their team, but sort of always, you know, sort of there or thereabouts Champions League without ever sort of getting there, going all the way. But I think I'd want to be with Barcelona, but it's a tight game again. It's not one that I'd want to put my mortgage on, you know, if I had one.
Next one, closer to home, Bayern Munich versus Arsenal, and it's that way round as well. Bayern are at home. Finished second in the group though.
Yeah, they did.
Behind Atletico.
No, I'd be banking Bayern Munich for me. I know Arsenal have been over there and done well before, but at the moment Arsenal don't fill me with great confidence. And I think Bayern Munich, you know, it's a difficult place to go. I could see them beating Arsenal. I'd be with Bayern all the way.
What, defensively with Arsenal?
Yeah, I don't think they're good enough, and I think that Bayern can, you know, I just think they'll have too much for them. The atmosphere will be electric there. Be a great game. That would be a great place to be. Great night to watch football. But I certainly can see. I see Bayern. I'd be 100% behind Bayern Munich win.
Next game, Real Madrid versus Napoli, and Real Madrid finished second in their group.
Yeah.
Because of Dortmund, they couldn't get the better over two legs.
Mm.
I don't know. Are they not there?
I wouldn't. No, I don't see them winning it this year. I think, you know, that I certainly would fancy them at home. You know, Napoli can be dangerous, obviously, but I would think that I certainly would see Real Madrid winning the game. And again, they'll be there or thereabouts. You know, you wouldn't see them not making at least a semi-final, final, and if they do, they can. When you've got players like Ronaldo and Bale, Modric, I mean, they're full of quality. And on their night, I think they'll be too strong for Napoli. Italian football, apart from Juventus, really, at the moment has been pretty much in decline the last few years. I don't think they're, you know, Juventus is the only Italian team that I think have got a realistic. I think they're my live outsiders this year, Juventus. But I don't see Napoli winning in Madrid.
Yeah, talking Champions League last 16 games, Manchester City versus Monaco. You got City. Got to the semi-finals. Did their best last year. And Monaco, top of League One at the minute, doing really well.
Yeah, no, they're decent. You know, I watched them at Wembley this year against Tottenham, and again they played ever so well. But no, I'll be with Man City at home. I think Man City. I think Man City are quite dangerous. I could see them again having a run. You know, semi-final. Especially they will get company back playing. They still look vulnerable at the back, you know. But they've got enough going forward to hurt anybody. And so no, I think Man City. I'd be lumping on Man City at home to do Monaco.
is it more Pep's Barrow, not the Premier League? You know, he knows all this stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, but they've got the players, haven't they? They've got quality players at Man City, and say with the young lads, the players that have come in, it's a good squad when they're all fit. So I think they'll be too strong with Monaco.
Leverkusen versus Atletico.
Well, tough, not easy to beat Atletico, are they? Wherever they play, they always, Simeone's team is always, they're spoilers, They don't give anybody an easy game. They'll go there and make it difficult. I could see a draw. I could see them coming away with a draw, and they'll be happy with a draw, Atletico. But I think it'll be a tight game.
Porto versus Juventus. Juventus, you
Yeah.
already mentioned good side. Porto, I mean, we've seen Leicester, who've been bang average this season.
Yeah.
We've seen them get the better of Porto, haven't we?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I like Juventus. I think they're a strong outfit. They've got some Cellini, people like great characters there. I think they'll go there. They know what it's all about. They've been there, done it all. But as I say, Portugal's never an easy place to go. They do produce at home, them teams. They do look different teams at home to what they do on the road. And the first leg, Porto's got to get a result really there, haven't they? They're going to go to Turin and get through. I could, if I'm having a bet again, I'd fancy a draw. Could be a draw. Juventus will go there, not get beat, come away quite happy.
Now, the final game, Sevilla versus Leicester.
Yeah.
Who's done all right so far in the Champions League?
No, Leicester have done well, but I think Seville they'll be too good for Leicester. I think tough place to go. Great atmosphere, great place for the Leicester fans to visit. Those who've got tickets, great city, great place. But dangerous team at home. I think Seville will be too good for Leicester at home.
What would it tell you about Leicester if they beat Seville, having been so awful in the league this year? Do you think that there's a mindset going on here? We've won the league. I'm thinking about the Champions League this season. Or?
I don't know. Yeah, possibly, Pete. But I don't know whether they're just where they. As I say, if you'd have said a year ago, before that they won the championship, where would Leicester be this year? You'd have probably said they're about where they are. I mean, that's how good I think their players are. I think they are as a group. They're a bottom, not a relegation outfit, but certainly, they're where they were that year before Nigel had that fantastic run. And last year, it was a miracle. I mean, I kept looking at the players. I thought, well, how can they be winning leagues with this group? How can they win the league with this group of players? But they did it. But now they look as good as what I thought they were before they won the league. And I don't see them getting. I think Seville will be too strong for them in the Champions League, and I think they've got it all on still to stay in the Premier League. It looks to me like there are problems here, but I think they'll just about survive, but it'll be tight.